Hmm. Hello, gorgeous people of Instagram. Stop, Ori. Sorry, that's my dog. Hello, gorgeous people, beautiful beings, beautiful souls. We are so honored with your presence. Thank you for being here. Hey, girl. Hello from NZ, just my neighbor across. I'm in Melbourne, Australia. So, hello, beautiful spirit. Ah, so many of you gorgeous beings. Hello, 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 hello. I'm so charged right now, like the energy in, my room, we could just, it could explode because we just got off a call in our Quantum Collective, which is our private community. For those of you, so many of you are members there, and we spoke about quantum wealth, So every week we have a live coaching call, and I coached a few of you. And we spoke about quantum wealth. We spoke about shifting into the consciousness. So, like, there was such beautiful energy and shifts in our conversations, such potent, beautiful live coaching call that I had, and I'm still buzzing with energy. So it's amazing. And then I was like, let me come on live and speak to you guys. So, and for those of you who don't know about what Quantum Collective is, it's our private community where I coach weekly, and then we get all the leaders, industry leaders, wealth consciousness experts, healers, top-notch leaders, who are here to create impact so they can hold your hand and help you create whatever you're creating in your life, whether it is healing, whether it is deeper relationship, whether it is the impact, or you want to be leaders, or you want to make more money, or you want to change your life and you're really struggling with it, even from the stage where you're either in despair or you're in confusion, to go into soulful clarity and limitlessness and really change your life. The Quantum Collective is our private community. So we coach you there, we hold space for you there. We get so many people in our private community who get to coach you. You're going to join, yes. So one of the things that truly changed my life, that is amazing. So that what truly changed my life was to understand, and I spoke about this today inside the Quantum Collective Wealth Consciousness call, is to know that time is non-linear. That means there is no past, there is no future. It is in the power of eternal now that infinite possibilities are available to us. So when we say I'm going to do it, even the frequency of it is I'm going to do it. That's a beautiful expression, but in the eternal now, am I actually making that congruent decision? And everything then becomes a byproduct of that. Means I've already sent a jolt into the quantum, into the field, into the universe, that I made this decision. Everything is going to respond to it, and I'm not going to, wait for something. It is now, in the now, that I take the action. Add me, I need answers. Well, just click on the link. I don't know if we can post it in the comments. So if you click in the link in our bio, there is it says Quantum Collective, so you can join us. It's $55 a month. Like, honestly, the lineup of guests we have for you, you get coached by leaders, and it's thousands of dollars it would cost you otherwise. So we're so happy that inside the Source Junkie we can provide you this, because the very reason, Alyssa, our creator, started the space page. I need a moment. I've been talking a lot since morning. Alyssa created this page so we can get you the universal frequency, the codes that already exist, right? And through the information we share, through the reels, through the content, you get inspired. So you have a shift of consciousness. And when we created the Quantum Collective, it was more about how can we take it further? How, for those of you who are willing to invest in yourself, because you know that by investing in yourself, you're actually telling yourself that I'm worthy of this. So you're shifting your worthiness to higher levels. And and when you do that, you also bring yourself into a community of people. You can only shift as much as the surrounding environment you're in, the vibration you're in. You're a vibrational being, and that means if you're in a community of people who are very committed to their growth, you're in a community of people who are in limitlessness, who do not have limitations around how you're going to have wealth, how you're going to heal yourself, how you're going to become leaders. They are actually giving you all the solutions vibrationally, strategically, emotionally, holding space for you. You will literally skyrocket, because now you know that you are not a logical being, you're a vibrational being. So your vibration, your consciousness at all times is what is helping you create your reality. So the first act would be, if you want to create something, become a vibrational match by not judging others, because if you're judging someone, it's the mirror effect, right? There's something inside of you that you're actually judging. So when you come into a community where you have elite leaders, you have people who've gone from rock bottom, and I'm one of those people. You know my story, and if you don't, I'm very mindful of sharing my story again and again, because there's such depth and magic and beauty in it, from going ground zero to where I am today, from 2 years back wanting to not know how to live life. I don't want to give up on my life, but I just did not know how to live. I was sad, I was broke, I was really at the rock bottom. So from there to becoming this version of me who's drenching, soaking in the wholeness of life, and creating, this online business, creating, serving millions of humans across the world. There's something that I did, right? That's what I share inside the Quantum Collective. So people like me, people who are industry leaders, people who have done something and now they can't shut up about it. Why we can't shut up about it? Why is it that, because our purpose is so much bigger, because now we've had evidence, and why it would be foolish to just keep it to ourselves. And I think a part of the reason why we go through this is to understand, okay, hang on, this is why I'm here. I can't shut up about it. So for those of you who want to walk the walk, like, just join the Quantum Collective. You're very welcome. There are no lock-ins. Lots of you have sent DMs and asked us. So there are no lock-ins. It's $55 a month. There's insane value. They're like last few weeks worth of content. You can cancel anytime. You can join anytime. There are no lock-ins. It's like your choice is your choice. Freedom is always available to you. Wealth is always available to you. Limitlessness is always available to you. This is where you actually literally wear the crown of being a free human and creating what you want, right? So today I wanted to have a quick conversation with you guys around wealth consciousness and quantum wealth. So this is going to serve people who are wanting to create wealth. And wealth is all 5 areas of your life, just not money. Money, financial wealth is one, spiritual wealth is another, time wealth is one of those areas, health or your cellular wealth is one of these areas. So you're looking at wealth, particularly financial wealth, but you're also wanting to heal. You have, chronic conditions, you've had pain, other things. You're trying to create your health wealth, cellular wealth. Or you have all the money in the world, but you struggle with time and relationships. You're wanting to create time and relationship wealth, which is an aspect of being wealthy human beings, that you want to have that balance. So quantum wealth is breaking down what is wealth and what is quantum. That's probably just the piece I wanted to give you today, because we can unpack this over the coming few weeks, and we spoke about so much of this inside the Quantum Collective. Quantum is limitless, right? You know what is quantum? Quantum is the energy field, the source. In quantum physics, we call it the field. Otherwise, you call it the source. You call it the vortex, as Abraham Hicks says. But it is one source. It is the field. It is the place. It's a ball of energy, or it's the center of energy from all places. Everything that exists is created from that energy. So in the real sense, quantum is limitless. Quantum is limitless. There is no limitations. The quantum does not have qualifications, such as if you are XYZ, then you will make money. You are XYZ age, then you'll make money. You have to be certain things. The quantum has no logic, no restrictions. Quantum is the field of energy. Now, you as human being, we as human beings have all the stories around whether or not we can have a thing, whether or not we're qualified enough to have a thing, whether or not we're worthy enough to have a thing. So it is us as human beings who is making a meaning to what we can receive from the quantum. The quantum, the field of energy, does not sit and say you can have this or you can't. Tom can have more than John, and John cannot have more than Lisa, and Lisa can have less than Julie. It is just the field of energy. It responds to intention and focus, intention and energy. What you're vibrating in is what the quantum is going to give you. So, but us human beings, we're so good at locking in meaning from our past experiences. We have stories around our worthiness. We have stories around what we can receive, we can't. We have stories around our qualifications, our logic. All of that stands as an invisible gateway between our desires and what we can receive from the quantum. So we all have intentions, we all have desires, and we go like, I've decided I'm going to make more money. I've decided I'm going to have the best relationship. I've decided I'm going to get that house. So that intention is there. And then there's the field, the quantum field of limitlessness, which is complete field of energy. So when there's an intention and when there is a field of energy, what is between us is what is the block, right? And the block is often invisible. It is an invisible gate that is between the field that can give you everything, because the quantum field is everything and it will give you everything. But why we're not able to tap into it is because of that invisible gate, which is oftentimes our narratives, our self-concepts, the observer effect with how we're observing reality. All of that is an energetic gateway between what you can receive from the quantum and you can't. So having an intention is not enough. Like I talk about power of decision a lot, and you know how I have gone on to change my own life by just a simple act of decision. When you decide, you decide. You don't fold like a cheap folding chair that, oh, now I'm being tested. I don't want this desire because now I'm being tested. Once you make a congruent decision where 70 trillion cells in your body know that you are calling in this thing, and you literally decide to become that identity. Now, you look at your narratives. What are your beliefs around this, right? And then when you're squeaky clean, all the energetic gateways that you build around the narratives, you don't have the narrative around whatever you're calling in a limiting way, but rather expansive way. You are an energetic match to it. You're squeaky clean around it. You're a vibrational match. The quantum cannot help but give you that thing. The field cannot help but give you that thing. You are an energetic match to that thing now. So we don't bring you on live, guys. I'm sorry. I know some of you send a request. So if you want to be like coming on live, we do live coaching inside the Quantum Collective where we answer all your questions. But I am here today to talk about quantum wealth in the sense of that it is available to you. So first of all, understanding the concept that time is non-linear. Like there is no past, there is no future. Everything is in the now. And to unpack this even more, is the fact that whatever you're calling in the now, in the field exist infinite possibilities. In the field, the quantum field, there are infinite possibilities. So whatever you decide in the now with the consciousness in the eternal now is what's available to you. But if you carry the suitcases of the past, if you go like, I tried it for 6 months, didn't work, you're already bringing the consciousness of the 6 months, you're carrying the suitcases. So there is no past, there is no future. In the now, can you be the consciousness, the identity that infinite possibilities are available to me, and from this eternal now you create, right? So when we talk about the quantum wealth, here's a piece I want to give you today. We spoke about lots of pieces inside our coaching call today, but the biggest piece is our narrative. So say you want to call in more wealth, you want to call in more money. Some of you know that my clients have done the same work, and in the money program that we're going to run soon, the energetics of money, the wealth. One of my clients manifested 195K in less than 21 days. What did she do? This is what I'm telling you guys now, so you want to listen up. Quantum consciousness, quantum wealth It's not a big word, it's not a fancy word. It simply means, quantum means limitless, quantum means source energy, quantum means infinite, and wealth, we know what wealth is. So it simply means limitless wealth that is available to us, right? So the first thing you want to understand is that you have a desire for wealth. So you have an intention. And on the other side of your intention is this field, the quantum field, the limitless field. Now I am here. That's my intention, and this is the field. When they match, I get the thing. So the field, which is infinite energy, becomes matter and comes into my reality. Now, why am I not receiving it? So how many of you are trying to create something? How many of you want more wealth in your life, but then you feel like it's not coming? No matter what you've done, you're kind of at the verge where you're like kind of frustrated. So you're trying to learn how to do this. My intention and the field of energy both exist. The only thing between them that stands actually is the gateway, the invisible gateway, which is my narratives, which is my consciousness, which is my subconscious, which is my beliefs. So I'm going to help you shift one of these narratives today. And this is so profound in literally collapsing the illusion. Literally, there's an energetic wall. There's an energetic resistance between what you're calling in from the field, but it cannot come to you because the field does not say you need to become XYZ before I can give you this. The field is the field of energy. The quantum field is the field of energy. And this is your intention. So where is the problem then? Where is the problem? The problem is the energetic block. The problem is the invisible block, the gateway of illusion. Everything is an illusion, right? But that illusion is the block between you and the infinite field. The moment you drop that illusion, you get that thing. And we all know that everything is the illusion. Everything is Maya. So how do you work around Maya? When you learn how to work around Maya, it's called Upaya. The way to navigate through every illusion that's standing in your way, whether it's love, whether it's wealth, whether it's health, whether it's healing your heart, whether whatever you're calling in, everything is illusion. Illusion is an energetic block. Illusion are the meanings that you're giving to circumstances. Illusions are the narratives, are the beliefs. Everything is Maya. In Sanskrit, we call it Maya. And your ability to navigate through the Maya, through collapsing the illusions is called Upaya. This is ancient wisdom. When you get it, you get it. And quantum science and ancient wisdom go in hand, right? Awareness is the answer. Absolutely. Multidimensional mom, you got this. I love it. Awareness will change your life. I think we posted a reel the other day about it. So I want to help you collapse one of these illusions today. So you shift your consciousness to become an energetic match to the identity of you who has the wealth that you're calling in. I want to know who's ready for it. Kind of drum roll situation, because this is actually the piece that has helped so many humans, has helped my own self, change my life with this, so many humans. And oftentimes, we think something big is going to come and change our lives. Some big thing's going to happen. One day we'll win the lottery. One day something will happen outside of us. And then everything will be fine. We'll suddenly have more money. Life will be fine. Our farts are going to smell like Chanel. None of those things are going to happen. I can tell you that even if you have all the wealth, your farts are not going to smell like Chanel. So it is never a big thing outside of us. It is inside of us. What do we need to switch? What must we switch? What can we do in a small act of a profound moment in the internal now? You can shift your consciousness and become an energetic match. So before I share one of the narratives you can collapse around wealth that is literally actually blocking you, here's what I want to share with you. For those of you who are not inside the Quantum Collective, where I coach weekly, where we have leaders come in, this is our private community. If you're not there and you don't already know the formula that has helped me change my life, and I don't know, thousands of people that have been in our world, the formula to create anything in your life, the formula to shift into that timeline. What is manifestation? Manifestation is you literally becoming aware of the consciousness of the thing you're calling in, that you can just simply be that consciousness, and that thing is going to literally take shape and form from energy into matter and come to you, right? So the formula to jump into any timeline, where one timeline, current timeline you're in, you're wanting to manifest something, you're trying to call in something, right? And then the other timeline, the other reality is where you already have this thing, you're living it. So what's the difference between, so this is, say, timeline A, and this is timeline B, right? Timeline A, you're the version of you who's trying to manifest. You often say this to everyone, or you say to yourself, I'm trying to manifest. And then B is the reality where you're living it. So what are you saying to people and yourself? I love it. I love it. I don't know how I did it, but I love it. I'm so grateful I have it. Now, the formula is, and this is not my formula, by the way, I want you to know that I have a lot of other formulas in my framework, which I teach. But this formula is from Dr. Joe Dispenza, from the book Breaking the Habit of Being You. And it's not just a formula. This is embodied knowledge. I have applied this over and over and over and over and over again to see results that are inexplicable. I can't explain to you the magic I've seen from, where I was rock bottom, not wanting to live, 100,000 in debt. I've seen my marriage break of 10 years. I've seen a lot of toxicity, trauma, financial hardships, to where I am today. I've had so much magic that it's inexplicable with the same formula. And I want to put a disclaimer, it is not mine, it is Dr. Joe's, but how you embody this formula is going to be totally unique to you, right? Because we all have our own core frequency. So many of you, and thank you for the love hearts. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. One of the things I never take for granted is that your attention is a privilege for us. So thank you. I honor you. I see you. Thank you. I love you. So this version of me and this version of me, now what is the difference? This is the moment. Drum roll, someone. To be able to go from this timeline, so say this is my current timeline and this is my desired timeline, to be able to go from this timeline to this timeline, all I have to do is match the consciousness of this timeline. So I'm here, I'm in the eternal now, right? Time is non-linear. I'm in the eternal now. If you get this, you get this. If you know this, you know this. This is life-changing. This has been for me, at least. Thank you, Mama Lineado. The drum rolls. I love it. This eternal, I cannot create this version from somewhere in the future. I cannot. So whatever I'm doing is always doing from here, from my eternal now. Now, this version of me, when she matches, he, she, them, matches the consciousness of this version of me, I am a coherent consciousness, and I simply transcend into this timeline. That is how you literally quantum shift. You leap out of nowhere. Suddenly your situation changes. Out of nowhere, suddenly synchronicities happen. Out of nowhere, suddenly blessings come. Out of nowhere, suddenly one fine day you wake up and your heart is healed. One fine day you wake up and you no longer have depression and anxiety. I became that woman. One day you suddenly wake up and you feel like you're in love with life. One day you wake up and you get extra money. Random checks in the mail. Who gets checks anyways these days? But it still happens. You've transcended. And how have you transcended? Because there has been a match of the consciousness, right? So I want to give you this context before I help you shift that narrative, before I help you activate the quantum consciousness. So you'd be like, I get it, but how do I actually do it in the practical sense, right? How many of you are actually thinking the next thing? Because the human brain, we cannot help ourselves but apply logic to everything. We're in love. First thing, we feel it. Then the logic kicks in. Well, is she close to me? Is he near me? Is he actually, the kind of person? All of those things. Is it going to work? Should we like all of those things, right? You're feeling the feeling, but then the damn logic has to come in because somehow we forget we're vibrational beings. We're not logical beings. We're meant to feel. I was thinking the same, right? Like human brain. Our human brain, it's like, well, can you I now make meaning of it? Can I put logic to it? Because the feeling is just not enough for me. I have to make logic because I have a function. I've been given a head, a mind, a brain. Somehow the feeling of it is not enough. Like I don't want to just be in the truest truth of my existence that I am a vibrational being. Let me just put some logic to it. We forget that yes, our thoughts are electric and our feelings are magnetic. So together, electric and magnetic make our electromagnetic signature through which we relay information to the field. So you don't have a mobile that you're listening to at all times. Your mobile, your hotline to the universe is your electromagnetic signature. Your thoughts are electric, your feelings are magnetic. So together is your electromagnetic signature, which is your consciousness. Your consciousness is creating your electromagnetic signature, right? So I'm going a bit of tangent. I will stick to the point because you guys are so amazing. I love being with you guys. You're like full on party situation. Thank you for being here. So how you do it, because some of your logical mind's like, but I want to know the how of it. And I often say it's the inner knowing. It's not the understanding. It's the inner standing. Once you decide, you decide. When you have the inner standing, the understanding, the how part will come from the universe. You will get the parachute. You will shape up the parachute with your vibration. When you have the inner standing that I am becoming this person, I want this thing, I no longer want to be broke, I no longer want to have heartache, I no longer want to be depressed or whatever, I want to become this identity. You have an inner standing of who you're becoming. The understanding will follow. The how will come. Please do not wait for the understanding of it because the understanding is what actually F's us up. How do you stay in the hard part? Like for me, like stay in that vibe. Well, first thing is to remember that you're more powerful than your situations. I have been there so many times. I cannot tell you, girl, like rock bottom. Someone who wanted to give up on life, someone who didn't know how to live anymore, someone who's seen financial trauma, emotional trauma, like so many hardships, I can tell you from an embodied place. And I coached about this inside the Quantum Collective. This is why I'm saying to you guys, come in for a month. Come in for a month. It's $55. Are you willing to invest that? Like, why, when we know we're limitless, why are we sitting with limitations? Why are we settling with limitations? Don't get your nails done for a month and you'll be like, girl, you're harsh. Well, I'm not, because if you're choosing to want to become someone who has hope and heart, we do this. We're here. We're serving you. I'm taking out time from my day because guess what? This is all free. We're here to serve you in many ways. And I'm doing this because this is my life's work. I can't shut up about it. Like, we'll wake up in the middle of the night like, can we create this? Can we create this? Because now I've seen my own life change. But then is the act of investing in yourself, coming into a community where we have people such as you who want to create, who know that they are worthy. It's limitless. What can we create next? We have so many wonderful humans holding you. You're not alone. Why are you feeling alone? Because I felt alone till I decided, no, I'm going to heal myself. I took the decision. I made the congruent decision. I learned about this consciousness formula that I'm giving you. And I went into communities. I invested in myself because we're not meant to do it alone. We thrive when we're in communities. So for those of you who are really feeling the pull, you're feeling aligned, you want to come into my space, you want to come into so many other humans who are just such as you, creators of their reality. You want to get coached by the leaders, industry leaders. We have a line of people that will just blow your mind. And so it's $55 per month. Cancel anytime. You can click the link in the bio. So here's the thing. If you want to be from here, this consciousness to this consciousness and transcend, your consciousness is how you think, how you feel, and how you act. How you think, how you feel, and how you act. So to give you an example, if I'm here, this version of me, and I'm trying to go to point B timeline, and I'm like, say I'm trying to make more money, okay? Because I was in $100,000 debt. I was like, girl, what are you going to do? How are you going to feed your kids, right? So here to here, this version of me is thinking, I am trying to manifest money. It'll be good to manifest money. I've decided to manifest money. I'm going to write all the gratitude. I'm going to write in affirmations, subliminals, all of those things. So she's still trying to manifest. And the 3D paradigm of manifestation is do these things, rewire yourself, take action. All of those things exist and they may be your truth. I am not challenging any because I've been there and I have taught this. I've been guilty of it. This version of me has a conscious, my thoughts are like, how can I manifest, right? How can I manifest money? And my emotions will be then following that. How can I manifest? That means I'm in lack of it. I don't already have. My feelings are corresponding to those thoughts. And then the feelings create action. So I behave a certain way. Versus this version of me who's in this timeline, she's like, I feel good. I have the money. How did I even do it? But I feel so good. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Now, this version doesn't actually know what she's done, but I'm here. So what do? You match the consciousness. So this version of me has to start thinking like I already have it. That means I create a self-concept of myself. That's the way I am affirmations come in. Your I am narrative comes in. Then I love being wealthy. Now this is where you don't know how to do it. There is a 5-step framework which is called the Manipulator of Reality. I ran that masterclass yesterday. I literally break down my formula for you. 5 steps of how do you actually do this? How do you transcend? The link's in the bio. It's $77, unreal value. You want to learn the steps? You go and do this because there's like, I hold your hand and take you through it step by step. So before I digress, you want to be able to, the moment there is a coherence of consciousness of any timeline where you're wanting to go and where you are, you can't help it. These are laws of the universe. This is how the universe works. The moment your consciousness is resonating, is coherent with that timeline, it will come to you. That energy will transcend into physical matter, such as the human being that you're calling, such as the situation that you're calling, such as the car, the home, the healing. It will become physical matter in front of you. So why I shared this framework with you is to help you collapse that illusion, the Maya that is standing between your desire to have more money and the quantum field, which has limitless wealth. But why is it that you don't have it then? You're like, girl, I know everything's energy. There's the field. Everything's available to me. And you're here with the intention to have more wealth. Then what is between you and the field is that illusion. There's an energetic block. So one of the illusions that you can collapse today is the narrative. What is the narrative around wealth? Let's particularly talk about money today because we're talking about wealth. We spoke about this in my Quantum Collective. What is your narrative? Is what literally is your programming. And your programming is what is being projected into the outside reality, into the quantum, and it's coming more back to you. More of it's coming back to you, right? You know, laws of the universe. So one of the narrative, how many of you have heard through your childhood, rich people are evil. Rich people are selfish. Just comment yes below if you have. How many of you have heard this? We never hear that poor people are mean. Have we? We never really hear that. Poor people are mean. No, but we hear rich people are selfish. Rich people are evil. You don't need to get back into spirituality. You are spiritual. Spiritual, what does spiritual mean to you? Spiritual means there's a spirit inside of you that you're letting through. You're human. We are all spiritual. You don't need to get back to your truest state. That is your truth. You are spiritual. You are the spirit in the human form. What does that question even mean? Who told you spirituality is outside of you? Spirituality means you're letting your spirit shine through you. You know that there is human and spirit integration between you. Like, walk like that person. You are that person. So, how many of you have heard, yes, you want money isn't humble and being humble is valued? Yes. So, exactly. We grow up like this, that rich people are evil. Rich people are selfish. We've seen in movies that somehow the poor person who has a loaf of bread is somehow a kinder human than the family who's rich and who has abundance of food on their table, because somehow there must be something mean, there must be something shady going on in that man's business or whatever. So the man who's depicted with a loaf of bread is somehow freaking more humble than the person who actually has abundance. So now, why am I sharing this with you? Because I'm helping you clear collapse illusion, energetic gate, an energetic invisible block between your intention to have more wealth and the invisible field. There is to collapse that. The narratives we hold are blocks in our way to receive. So if we have a narrative that being rich is selfish, being rich is evil, guess what? I'm going to get more of my narrative because I have been programmed. Your narrative is literally your programming. Now, how does this actually, let me unpack this a little bit more. How does this transcend really into your physical reality, your life, your bank accounts? Your RAS, your reticular activated system at the back of your head, is literally the magic, is your life creator. There are a million bits of information your brain is processing every second. Your RAS is your filter system. It pulls everything in million bits of information that it knows is important to you. And what does it know is important to you? What your programming is, what your narrative is, what you're being conditioned to. Your RAS is literally looking for your programming. Now, this is the part. Your RAS will never get you what you want. Your RAS gets you what you're programmed to. Take this home, baby. Your RAS is not getting you what you want. It's not getting you more money because you want more money. Your RAS is getting you what it knows is important to you, which is your programming. So if you've been programmed to believe that having more money, rich people are selfish, somehow your reticular activated system knows that we can't become rich because we are going to be evil. We want to be staying humble. Right? So, I'm trying to see your comments. So I would love to know how this is landing for you guys, but the real truth of the matter now is, what is your narrative? So if today you wanted to collapse the illusion between you, your desire to have more wealth, and the knowing that infinite is available to you, the quantum field, the unified field is infinite. Quantum means limitless, is existing at all times. You want to check with your narrative. Is your narrative that rich is good, rich is my truest state? Rich means that if money is an amplifier, right? Which means that if I'm a good person, I'm actually gonna spread more goodness. Look at Tony Robbins, look at Oprah, look at Regan Hillier, look at all the millionaires and multimillionaires and rich people who actually their core frequency is kindness and compassion. They're spreading more of it because now they have the tool, which is an amplifier, which is that they can spread more goodness. Now, if you're some not so good person and you're given a tool or an amplifier to go and spread not so much goodness in the world, you're going to do that. I remember the times when I was really struggling financially, like some of you read my book, Play. Um, and in Play, like if those of you really want to feel the pull and read it, it's $2.99. The link's in the bio, and I highly recommend you read it if you want to be able to, you're going through despair, confusion, and limitations. There was a time I had cried outside a grocery store in front of my 3 and 6 year old. I had to call my ex-husband because I could buy milk and bread and stuff. Now, why I'm bringing this up is the fact that you will go through situations, you will go through things, but it is in your ability to know that everything is available to you. You guys, I can't even keep up with your comments. It is in the narrative. You got me distracted. I completely forgot what I was talking about. So it's in the narrative. So here's the thing that I want to give you today, right? What was I telling you about the situation? Yes, so I went into that situation, and then it is your ability to know that you can transcend. But in my book, I talk about, from hitting rock bottom to where I am today. It is the consciousness switch. So if you know that money is an amplifier, and it's going to amplify the goodness. Yes, so I was sharing with you, I've hit rock bottom. Even in those times when I didn't know how I'm going to feed my kids, how I'm going to take care of things, and I still remember my core frequency has always been kindness and compassion. And that's something I've learned from my father, not by his words, by his action, right? Your parents teach you through their actions. I'm a mother of two now. I teach them through my actions, not just words. In those moments also, I still know that the kindness and compassion was my core frequency. So why I'm bringing this up is that when money came into my life, I could spread more of this. So whatever, the money is an amplifier. Your core frequency will always be your core frequency, right? So if you're a great person, guess what you're going to do when you have more money? You're going to spread more of the goodness, right? So look into your narrative. What is your narrative? If you are programmed to some narrative such as rich is evil, rich is selfish, you want to change that programming, because that is the energetic block. That is the block between you and the infinite field, because the infinite field is available, quantum wealth is available, infinite wealth is available, and you have a desire. Everything that is an energetic block is a gate, invisible gate between you and the field, must be collapsed in order for you, that illusion, that Maya must be collapsed for you to have the things you're calling in. It's been a truest pleasure to have this conversation. We will try to save it so you guys can look at it. And it's an invitation for those of you who are feeling the pull to be in our private community, to activate your wealth course, to activate the quantum consciousness, to be coached by industry leaders just for $55 a month. Like, I think we're doing it for the first founding 100 founding members, and the price is going to go up. It's insane value, but we just felt called to. So you're welcome to join us. Stack your wins, your manifestations, come into your limitlessness. Remember your truest truth, who you are. Everything you're talking about, even right now, I'm listening, I'm seeing your comments with a place of unconditional love. Everything, you're giving power to the tools. But what we do inside the quantum collective is to remind you that the only thing you ever need is your consciousness to create. Because guess what? Chanting something or doing the rituals, these are all tools. You can create something and you can lose something. You can make $1 million by all the manifestation rituals and 3D paradigm of creation, and you can lose that. But if you learn how to use your consciousness to now bring things to you, even when you lose the money, you know that you have the consciousness, you can create it again. Your consciousness is creating the reality. So how do you actually fully come into the truest truth? You are a conscious creator. Everything's available to you. You are limitless. Don't give your power to some tools and rituals. They can remain a part of you, but they are not the things that are getting you the things. Right? So click in the link in the bio. You can join us in the Quantum Collective. Sorry. And I will see you there. Thank you for being here. It's such a pleasure to speak to you guys. Yes, I come on. I try to after my call in my Quantum Collective, my private community. I try to come in every, which is my Tuesday, by the way. I'm not on Monday. I'm on Tuesday afternoon in Australia. But it's Monday evening for you guys, and so I try my best to come in and do some live free coaching with you guys and share whatever has truly changed my life. What I've shared on my book, what I've been coaching thousands of people around the world. And if you are really feeling the pull, you are truly invited in the Quantum Collective. I have a lineup of leaders and guests that are going to blow your mind, apart from me, myself. Um, I'm loving this. Thank you for being here. I will see you next week. And for those of you who want to learn something from our masterclasses, don't want to sign up for a membership, click the link in the bio. We have freebies for you. We have free gifts for you. We have books for you. We have masterclasses for you. Just click the link and take whatever feels, whatever resonates with you. Remember, you're limitless. It's not a statement. It's a state of being. You're limitless. Why are you settling with limitations? Let's drop them, kill them, erase them. I know. Just come to your truest truth. I love you.